Stress management strategies for working students. Stress has been known as the common source of many health problems as well as complications in human relationships. People's appraising of the event becomes distorted under the influence of the stressors. Recently, I have been experiencing stress due to the constant pressure caused by the unending deadlines in my studies and at my work. I am trying to be both an accomplished student and a promising specialist. At the beginning of the semester, I felt as if I was on the right track, but after some time, I became very irritated and depleted. The online format of the education makes me less engaged in the studies. I also omit my personal life and cannot meet the requirements, which makes my emotional state fragile. Stress is an encounter that brings various health and mental issues, including elevated pulse, migraines, gastrointestinal problems, trouble thinking or deciding, and participating in a negative behavior pattern. As a result of the fight-or-flight reaction, the body is quickly stimulated by the initiation of the sensory and the endocrine frameworks. Cortisol, the stress hormone, contributes to the increase in energy when an individual experiences a stressor for the first time. In the event that a stressor remains for a more extended time frame, the phase of fatigue is evoked. At the stage of exhaustion, significantly adverse outcomes may emerge, such as severe mental disorders. Besides, high levels of cortisol deteriorate the host's immunity. Accordingly, all kinds of perpetual harm may happen to the body while it is under continuous pressure. Individuals who compulsively engage in work, accentuate their attention on time, and consistently appear to be in a hurry are prone to heart diseases. The scientists categorized people into two groups based on the way how they behave when managing their time. In line with them, Type A people are usually those who are obsessed with work. The looser and more relaxed individuals are portrayed as Type B. It was found that Type A exhibits coronary illness about 7 times more regularly than Type B. The people from the first group are in a constant battle to accomplish more than expected. Thus, trying to succeed everywhere and being under consistent pressure is likely to bring me many health problems if I do not approach a steadier and calmer schedule in my life. It appears to be that the individuals who are under pressure from work and time experience an excessive sense of competitiveness, restlessness, aggression toward others, and time dependence. I noticed that my relationship with relatives has become tense over the last 3 months. I easily lose my temper whenever there is a small inconvenience or an irritant occurrence compared to when I did not have that many obligations as I do today. Hence, such behavioral fluctuations lead to social strain, opposing positive interaction with others. In order to alleviate the stress, I might need to apply emotion-focused coping. This type of management concentrates on the person's judgment of the situation. Instead of changing the problem itself, this method tries to change an individual's perception of the issue. According to the approach, the stressed person should view the negative aspects in a positive light. For instance, when I receive unsatisfactory grades on the exams, I should focus on how much I learned from the mistakes I had made in the test instead of stressing out because of a low grade. Another example is if offline education continues for longer, I ought to consider that I get a chance to be with my family, and I do not have to think about dressing for college and spending time and money on commuting. Working on my perceptions of events can become one to the solutions of my emotional exhaustion. Additionally, I need to stop comparing myself to my peers. Reevaluation of priorities and reformulating the meaning of failure and success would help me realize that my achievements do not have to follow the standardized expectations. Every individual can determine what is right and beneficial for them, and it does not have to apply to everybody. In case I need an assurance of my work efficiency, I can ask my trusted peers to keep track of my progression as my mentors. Socializing and acquiring mentors is one way to lessen the level of pressure. People often try to have control over their lives to feel safe and calm. Consequently, when some events do not happen as they planned, individuals probably feel as if they are failing. Perceived control causes unnecessary stress and anxiety as no one can guarantee there will be no circumstances which might change the plans. This year is not going as I planned, and it does not seem to resolve in the near future. If I have tried everything I could, I need to leave the situation and see what I can gain from it. I should not see it as my powerlessness but as the natural flow of the events. It is also better to stop fixating my attention on time and try to enjoy every moment of my work. Psychologists believe that happiness's essential constituent is getting pleasure from daily routine. Thus, I would consider writing each day 3 good things which have happened to me or I feel thankful for as a part of a training as suggested in the book. This way, I will receive better results for which I will feel more accomplished rather than striving to meet all the deadlines I have created for greater productivity. Understanding that people need to devote as much time to relaxation and leisure as they do for work can be a transformational insight for me. Therefore, emotion-focused coping is a suitable choice which could transform my attitude towards stress. In conclusion, I have several factors which contribute to the stress in my life. Currently, I have many required tasks as a student and a worker, and I feel as if I never have enough time to do them. In my opinion, the accumulated stress can be relieved if I use emotion-focused coping, which will help me rethink my priorities and reactions to the constant change in plans. The strategies which might help manage stress are finding trustful mentors who will help guide me through my deadlines and noting positive events of the day in the diary. These methods are efficient in providing the person with socialization, confidence, and a sense of fulfillment.